Regulations relating to professional conduct of registered medical practitioners, also commonly known as Professional Conduct of RMPS or National Medical Commission Registered Medical Practitioner, Professional Conduct, Regulations, 2023. Disclaimer. The mentioned details are interpretations based on publicly available information. For specific details or completeness and accuracy, audience is advised to refer original document on official government website. What are responsibilities of RMP to each other? Professional integrity. In consultations, professional rivalry should not be indulged in. All due respect is owed to the RMP in charge of the case, and no derogatory statement or remark be made which would impair the confidence reposed in him by the patient. For this purpose, professional discussions should not take place in the presence of the patient or family or legally appointed representative. The specialist must provide the clinical opinion only to the RMP who referred the patient. Every discussion, opinion regarding the patient should be kept confidential. If a referral is sought by an RMP, it should be clarified if the specialist will take over the care of the patient or if the patient will remain with the primary RMP. RMP as locum. Whenever RMP requests another RMP to attend to his patients during his temporary absence from his practice, professional courtesy requires the acceptance of such appointment only when the RMP can discharge the additional responsibility along with her other duties. The RMP acting under such an appointment should give the utmost consideration to the interests and reputation of the absent RMP, and all such patients should be restored to the care of the latter upon her return. Reporting an inspection. When it becomes the duty of RMP occupying an official position to inspect and report on an illness or injury, he should communicate this to the RMP in attendance to give him the option of being present. The RMP occupying an official position should avoid making any derogatory remarks regarding the diagnosis or the treatment plan adopted. What are duties of RMPS towards the public and allied healthcare professionals? Public education and awareness. RMPS, as good citizens, have a responsibility to disseminate scientific advice on public health issues in the public interest without self-promotion. They should particularly cooperate with the authorities in the administration of sanitary, public health laws and regulations. RMP should enlighten the public concerning quarantine regulations and measures for the prevention of epidemics and communicable diseases. At all times the RMP should notify the constituted public health authorities of every case of notifiable disease under his care, following the laws, rules, and regulations of the health authorities. RMP needs to involve in public education and awareness activities without involving in the advertisement. When an epidemic occurs, RMP, provided with all the necessary medical protection, should not abandon his duty for fear of contracting the disease himself. RMP, as a team leader, should recognize the importance of teamwork and respect the practice of different paramedical services. RMPs and their families must not receive any gifts, travel facilities, hospitality, cash or monetary grants, consultancy fee or honorariums, or access to entertainment or recreation from pharmaceutical companies or their representatives, commercial healthcare establishments, medical device companies, or corporate hospitals under any pretext. However, this does not include salaries and benefits that RMPs may receive as employees of these organizations. Also, RMPs should not be involved in any third-party educational activity like CPD, seminar, workshop, symposia, conference, etc., which involves direct or indirect sponsorships from pharmaceutical companies or the allied health sector. RMP should be aware of the conflict of interest situations that may arise. The nature of these relationships should be in the public domain, such as clinical drug trials, and should not be in contravention of any law, rule, or regulation in force. RMP himself or as part of any society, organization, association, trust, etc., make regarding the relationship with the pharmaceutical and allied health sector industry clear and transparent, open to scrutiny. EMRB will draft the guidelines, codes, etc. on generic drugs and prescription CPD guidelines and accreditation of organizations, telemedicine guidelines, code of ethics, guidelines on penalties for misconduct including the monetary penalty, advertisement guidelines, end-of-life guidelines, consent in medical practice, guidelines on research by RMPS, guidelines on social media conduct of RMPS, guidelines on reasonable care and skill and guidelines on interaction with pharmaceuticals, as and when required and will amend from time to time.